Oh, dude. There we go. There we go. There we go. There's another one. Oh, is that a little better? There we go. Oh, dude, look at that. Right there. They're definitely on this flat. There we go. There's another one. There we go. 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 Oh man, that guy took off. Here we go. There we go. Oh, there we go. Yeah, guy. There he is. Oh, damn, that wind is killer, dude. There he is. You know, I love these Deps Sakamata Shads. Oh, yeah, here we go. There goes my bait. Shoot. There it is. That's what's up. That's what we want. All right, here we go. There it is. That's not a bad one. That's not a bad one. There he is. All right, so something a little different. We're gonna do a little breakdown real quick. I took this bait out and wrecked him the other day. It's funny, it was real windy and I was struggling. I was really focused on a prime area where there was a lot of spawning activity happen. You know, we're down here in Florida. Every phase of the spawn is going on right now. And there was this massive grass flat off a point and, you know, on a smaller lake that I fish. And there was, you know, it was a big eelgrass flat, ton of, you know, holes in the grass where you could see beds and stuff. There were tilapia spawning as they do. They start around the same time the bass spawn and they seem to not quit until somewhere deep into summer. And so anyways, a lot of activity, a lot of fish in the area. Generally, it would have been a day where I should have been better served, like throwing a spinner bait or a chatter bait, something I could cover more water quickly. But I didn't paddle out with those. I paddled out with these instead. I didn't know what I was thinking, but it's one of my all-time favorite soft plastics that we're gonna break down, and that is the Deps Sakamata Shad. It is their fluke style bait. It is an unbelievable bait. Any fluke, obviously, versatility, a number of ways to rig them. You can do anything with them. You can fish them high, low, on bottom. You can do a million different things with a fluke. So why do I spend the extra money and go through the pain of trying to track them down and do all that to throw this one? It's a Japanese brand. They're not cheap. They're not as readily available, even though they are pretty available and pretty easy to get. You know, Tackle Warehouse, Hookup Tackle, Carolina Fishing Tackle. I think I bought them from all those places before. So they're not impossible to get your hands on, even though it is a JDM product. This is just, to me, it's a special fluke. It just has a different integrated action than all other flukes. So what I'm talking about, I'm gonna open one of these bad boys up. So here's the 5-inch. So, sorry, I got the hook. So here's the 5-inch version. And this is the I think it's the salted version is the heavyweight. And then this is the non-salted version. So this is just the regular style. The heavyweight, obviously, if I'm gonna fish deeper or even just mid-depth, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna be fishing the heavyweight. I tend to throw these when I wanna fish slower, you know, when I wanna pick apart an area, you know, when I'm really just trying to get bites and slow down. It's generally when I'm gonna fish, you know, when anyone's gonna fish, you know, your soft plastics, when the bite kind of sucks, or you just know where they are and you know you want to pick apart an area and fish slower, you know. But the thing that makes these so special is right here on the head, you can, hopefully you can kind of see that there are these stabilizer fins right there. You can see that on the side of the head, and that really helps this bait, instead of most flukes where you toss them out and they kind of have that nose down action, you know, these have a very stable action where they fall horizontally through the water column, right? But they also, as they're falling, they have this shimmy, this side-to-side shimmy fall. I'm doing a terrible job of showing this. But this bait kind of rocks back and forth, so it shimmies as it falls. I think it's just an unbelievable mimic of, you know, a bait fish that's struggling, something dying. So many variety of ways that I think to utilize that, you know. I'll let it sink all the way down and rip it off the bottom, and it just looks like something that's just kind of struggling, you know, just making its way in life, but, you know, having a difficult time doing it, man. And these baits are just so unbelievably effective. So as far as hooks, I keep it simple. I've tried a few different styles of hooks, and I've settled on the EWG so this is the Gamakatsu G Finesse EWG hooks. I like these hooks. I use them for a lot of other baits in general. You know, it's a thinner wire. It's that nano coated wire. So it's a very thin wire, but even though it's thin, it's still exceedingly strong. I have yet to ever bend one of these out. And especially with the 8-inch Sakamata Shads, I'm throwing the 8/0 EWG hook. I pull on them, man. I'm not afraid. You know, when I'm fishing these, I'm fishing for bigger bites. I'm trying to catch those bigger fish. I've caught fish up to 6 pounds, you know, or a little bigger on these guys. And I'm not giving them any leverage. You know, I'm wrenching them all the way in when I'm fishing, you know, that style. And I've never had one bent out. You know, when I'm throwing the 5/0, I'm throwing it on a finessier setup, and I got my drag set. I let them take drag, so I'm not really wrenching on the 5/0 hook as much, but I'm not afraid to if I feel I must, you know. So just peace of mind for anyone out there. But I've also found that this specific brand of hook just always seems to work well in tandem with the Sakamata Shads. You know, it's the right weight and formulation, it feels like, to keep that beautiful action and not impede that in any way. You know, I've had issues where it just seemed like the thicker wire hooks I was using initially just kind of, you know, dulled that action some. So that's why I really started messing around, and I settled on these guys, the G Finesse hooks from Gamakatsu. Great hook. Now, you know, now I use them for almost all my EWG, almost all, not all, but almost all my EWG applications. I'm going to use one of these. So anyways, you know, variety of colors, like I said, heavy, throwing, when I want to slow down, I want to let it sink through the water column. It gets down quick enough. I'm down here in Florida. I'm not, you know, past 20 feet. You know, so I have the patience. A lot of the guys I know will take these and do EWG like beast hooks, owner weighted beast hooks, and that's cool. If I was trying to get down deeper, maybe I would be utilizing that. But I found the heavyweight works perfectly fine to get down to the depths that I needed to in the deeper sections of the lakes I fish. That's just me, you know. So I tend to lean heavily on the heavyweights. I like the regular, the OG is something if I'm fishing super shallow, you know, and I don't want to get too bogged down in the grass, these are a great option. I also like these a little more if I'm tending to swim the bait. You know, it's basically, you could treat it just like a swim bait. You can cast out there and reel it. So I use a lot of different, you know, retrieves when I use these. But if I want to like kind of swim it quick, work it fast over shallow stuff, especially grass, then that's when I'm gonna really rock this guy, the OG version. Doesn't get bogged down as much, you know. So like I said, the 8-inch and the 5-inch, that's where I live. They do make these, which is the real version, which is really cool. So it's more of a transparent looking bait where they have a distinct pattern, you know. They're a lot more expensive, but they only come in the 6-inch. So I have a couple packs of these that I mess around with too. But I just wanted to break this, you know, just this bait down, how I use it, why I love it. It's just that it's all about the fall for me with this bait. It's all about that horizontal shimmy fall. That's what makes this fluke so special. It's what makes me shell out my hard-earned cash for it.